My wife went to a wellness retreat with her yoga class. She said she needed to reconnect with herself. I sent her off with a hug and a handwritten letter about how proud I was of her. Days later, her best friend texted me a video from a party, my wife, drunk, kissing the yoga instructor. I uploaded that letter to a frame, had it delivered to the retreat, and had her best friend record her reaction. When she cried reading it, I cut in with the clip. The caption read, "Namaste, liar. I'm 42, live in Asheville, North Carolina, and up until a few months ago, I thought I had a solid marriage. 11 years. No kids, but a lot of love. Or so I thought. My wife, Jessa, is 38. We met back when I was just getting my HVAC business off the ground. She was working at a small art gallery downtown. We hit it off fast, same dry humor, same love for quiet nights, same plans for the future. We bought a place together right outside the city. A small house with land, nothing fancy. Fixed it up room by room. Just the two of us and our 2 dogs. The first few years of marriage were great. We were happy. But over time, I started working more. Running the company takes a toll. Long hours, emergency calls, weekends out in the cold. Jessa started changing too. She quit the gallery and got into yoga. First it was just for her back pain, then it became her world. She started going every day, talking about it constantly, saying stuff like, "I feel like I'm waking up." I didn't push back. I figured maybe she needed something for herself. I wanted her to feel good. Then came the retreat. It was late spring when she told me about it. Her yoga class was going on a week-long wellness retreat up in the Smoky Mountains. Women only. No phones most of the time. Just nature, meditation, and self-connection. She said it was important to her. She looked me in the eyes and told me, "I need to find myself again." I supported her. The day she left, I got up at 5 a.m. and made her coffee. She was packing in the kitchen. I handed her a letter I'd written the night before. Just some things I needed to say. How proud I was of her for working on herself. How I admired her discipline. How I loved her more with every passing year. I told her she was brave. That I was lucky. I meant every word. She hugged me hard before she left. She was crying a little. "You're the best man I've ever known," she whispered. I believed her. She got in the car and drove off with her friends. I stood in the driveway until they were out of sight. The first day, she texted me around 9 p.m. "Made it safely. Beautiful views here. Love you." The second day, she didn't say much. Just a short message. No phones during the day. Meditation was powerful. Love you. The third day, I didn't hear from her at all. I figured she was busy. I didn't want to be that guy blowing up her phone while she was trying to find herself. Then I got the video. It came from Callie, her best friend. Callie's a piece of work. Loud, sharp, brutally honest. She never really got into the yoga thing like Jessa did, but she went on the retreat too. I always liked her. She was real. That night, around 11, my phone buzzed. Just one message. No text. Just a video. I watched it in my truck, in the driveway, with one of the dogs in the passenger seat and the other curled up in the back. I'd just gotten home from a 12-hour shift. The video starts with music. Loud, poppy, definitely not spiritual. The camera pans through a cabin. People are laughing, drinking. There's music playing from a Bluetooth speaker. A full-blown party. Not a yoga mat in sight. Then it zooms in. My wife, Jessa, red in the face, drunk, giggling, wearing tight black leggings and a tank top. Her hair's loose. She's leaning against a guy. Tanner. That's the yoga instructor she never shut up about. Tall, skinny, long hair in a bun, barefoot most of the time. She used to call him Deep. Said he had emotional intelligence. I'd met him once. Smelled like sage and patchouli and looked at me like I was a caveman because I fix air conditioners. In the video, Tanner leans in. She looks at him. They kiss. Not a small kiss. Not a drunken slip. Her arms went around his neck. His hands grabbed her waist. It lasted 10 long seconds before someone in the background hooped. I dropped the phone in my lap. I just sat there in silence, staring at the steering wheel. My dog nudged me with his nose, whining softly. I didn't move. I didn't even feel angry at first. I just felt empty. Then I remembered the letter I gave her. The one where I told her I was proud. That's when something inside me snapped. I pulled out my phone and opened a website that prints custom photo frames. You upload a letter or image, they put it behind glass in a nice wooden frame and ship it anywhere. I uploaded the letter. I paid for express delivery to the retreat address Jessa had given me. Then I called Callie. She picked up right away. You saw it? Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know until tonight. I'm not mad at you. I need your help. Name it. I told her my plan. A few days later, she texted, It's here. Tonight. She FaceTimed me that night. Walked quietly toward the main cabin. I hit record. Inside, a few women were hanging out. Jessa was there, sitting on the floor, holding a cup of tea or wine. I couldn't tell. Callie walked in and handed her the frame. This came for you. Jessa looked confused. She opened the package slowly. Her smile faded. She read the letter. Her lips were moving. Her hands were shaking. Then she started crying. I didn't feel anything. Callie let it sit for a few seconds. Then she pulled out her phone and hit play on the video. The kiss played loud enough for everyone to hear. Jessa looked up, her face pale. Her mouth opened like she was going to speak, but no words came out. The room went silent. Callie walked out. I later took the clip of Jessa reading the letter, spliced in the kiss footage, and added text at the bottom. Namaste, liar. I sent it to her the next morning. Then I blocked her. After I blocked her, I thought I'd feel better. Thought I'd feel like I won. I didn't. At least not right away. For the next few days, I went on autopilot. Work. Home. Eat. Sleep. The dogs knew something was wrong. They kept pacing, whining at the bedroom door like they were waiting for her to come back. She never did. But other people sure started showing up. First was her sister, Melanie. She drove up from Greenville unannounced and knocked on my door like she owned the place. She looked pissed off the second I opened it. What the hell did you do to Jessa? She snapped. I didn't say anything. Just stared at her. She pushed her way inside. She's a mess, she said, standing in my living room. She's crying nonstop. She can't eat. She's humiliated. I laughed. Couldn't help it. Good, I said. She should be. Melanie looked like she wanted to slap me. You didn't have to publicly destroy her. That video? You sent it to her whole friend group. Even her mom saw it. That stopped me. I hadn't sent it to anyone but Jessa. Just her. But now, it was out in the wild. I didn't share it, I said slowly. Well, someone did. I found out later it was Callie. She'd sent it to one other person in their friend group with the caption, This is what she did to him. And just like that, it spread. Jessa had already left the retreat early. Drove back with one of the instructors. Not Tanner. She was too embarrassed to ride with him, apparently. He stayed behind. Rumor was, he didn't even try to apologize. Just told her she should have been honest with herself. Typical. 2 days later, I got a call from Brian, my business partner. He was also my oldest friend. We started the HVAC company together 10 years ago. Hey, he said, you might want to check the reviews. The what? He sent me a link. Someone had left a new review on our business page. 1 star. No words. Just a video. The same damn clip. The Namaste Liar one. Someone posted it under our company name. I nearly threw my phone. I spent the next hour getting it removed. I called the hosting platform, flagged it as personal harassment. They took it down, but the damage was already done. A few old clients saw it. I got texts. People asking, are you okay? Or worse, is this real? That's when I realized Jessa, or someone close to her, wasn't done. That letter had cracked her open. But the video? That made her vengeful. She started sending messages to mutual friends. Spinning it. Saying I was emotionally abusive, that I'd neglected her needs, that the kiss wasn't even cheating because we were spiritually distant. Some of them believed her. I got uninvited from a cookout we used to go to every year. A couple of the wives who were into yoga themselves stopped following me on Instagram. Petty, sure, but it stung. Then I found out she was seeing Tanner again. Quietly. In secret. One of Callie's friends saw them having dinner together in Black Mountain, at some little vegan place Jessa used to drag me to. So much for it was a mistake. That's when I stopped feeling bad. I stopped wondering if I'd gone too far. Because the truth was, I hadn't gone far enough. A week after I found out she was still seeing Tanner, I got a letter in the mail. Not an email. Not a text. A real letter, handwritten. It was from Jessa. It started out calm. Apologetic, even. I know I hurt you. I know you hate me. I don't blame you. But you should know the truth about how things really were. I almost tossed it right there, but something made me keep reading. You were a good man, but you stopped being my partner years ago. I tried to tell you. You were always working. Always tired. always distracted. I was alone, even when you were home. Tanner wasn't the plan. He just listened. I felt seen again. Then it got darker. You didn't just get revenge, you tried to destroy me. You sent that video to Callie knowing she'd share it. You humiliated me in front of everyone I trusted. I lost students at the studio. I lost friends. I lost my peace. I thought you wanted me to heal. Instead, you broke me worse than before. She ended it with, if you keep pushing this, I will push back. I know things too. That last line chilled me. I didn't know what she meant at first, but a few days later, I found out. She'd told one of her friends, someone I'd barely met, that I had a history of violence. Total lie. But it didn't matter. The friend posted about it online. A vague tweet. Funny how the quiet ones are often the most dangerous. Emotional abuse is still abuse. It got shared. Even worse, someone tagged my business account in the comments. It didn't have my name directly, but anyone in Asheville who knew us would piece it together. I called my lawyer. He told me to start collecting everything: screenshots, messages, posts. Don't respond, he said. Just build the case. If this gets worse, we'll go after her for defamation. Then, the real twist came. Callie showed up at my place. No warning. Just banged on the door until I answered. She looked nervous. I need to show you something, she said. She pulled out her phone and showed me a screenshot of a group chat from the retreat. In it, Jessa was talking with 2 other women about me. About how he'll never see it coming and he thinks I'm just meditating while I'm planning my exit. There was also this gem. Once I'm back, I'll say I was trying to work on our marriage, but he'll be too numb to question it. I'll get the house, the dogs, and he'll thank me for being brave. They were planning it. The kiss wasn't even the worst part. It was just step 1. Callie scrolled down. There were photos too. One of them was Jessa holding a wine glass, looking straight into the camera, with Tanner's hand resting on her thigh under the table. Someone had captioned it, self-care. I felt sick. Everything. The speech about reconnecting, the tears when I handed her that letter, the way she hugged me before leaving. All of it was a lie. Worse than betrayal. It was warfare, and I'd been asleep at the front lines. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in the garage with a beer in one hand and her letter in the other, staring at the words like they'd rearrange into something better. They didn't. The next morning, I took action. First, I met with my lawyer and handed over everything. Screenshots, the chat logs Callie gave me, the tweets, the false abuse claims. He looked through it all, stone-faced. We've got enough, he said. You want scorched earth? I want the truth to crush her. He nodded. Let's go. We filed a motion in the divorce case to challenge the asset split. I demanded sole ownership of the house, full custody of the dogs, and financial reimbursement for damage to my business reputation. With the chat logs showing premeditation and manipulation, we had grounds. When the court date came, Jessa showed up in a white blouse like she was attending a peace rally. Tanner was in the hallway, leaning against the wall like a smug little prophet. I didn't look at her when I walked past. Inside, her lawyer tried to paint her as a woman under emotional strain. Said she only acted out because I withdrew emotionally. They brought up my long work hours, my quiet moods, the time I missed our anniversary because of an HVAC emergency. They called it emotional abandonment. Then my lawyer stood up and played the retreat group chat messages. He passed around printouts of the wine glass photo, the kiss video, and Jess's own words about taking the dogs in the house while I thanked her for being brave. The judge's face went stiff. Jessa wouldn't look up. I watched her fall apart, one piece at a time. The court ruled in my favor. I kept the house. I kept the dogs. She got nothing but her own car and her name back. A week later, I saw her one last time. She showed up at the house unannounced, parked halfway down the driveway, and walked up crying. I didn't invite her in. I stood on the porch, dogs barking behind me. I didn't want it to be like this, she said. No, I said. You wanted it easy. You wanted to cheat and still come home to comfort. You don't get both. I didn't know how to tell you I was unhappy. So you let me write you a love letter while you kissed another man. That's how you told me. She broke down sobbing, dropped to her knees in the dirt like a scene from a bad movie. I didn't move. You ruined me, she cried. No, I said. You ruined yourself. I just made sure you saw it. She got up and left. I never saw her again. Months passed. Business bounced back. I hired a part-time social media person to clean up our name online. Callie started dating someone new. We talk sometimes, but nothing more. I'm not ready. The dogs still wait at the window sometimes. I think they expect her to come back, but she won't. As for me, I learned the hard way that love isn't always safe. That sometimes the person closest to you is already halfway out the door, smiling, nodding, lying through their teeth. But I also learned this. If someone digs a hole for you, make sure they fall in it first. Namaste, liar.